I think I fixed it. I waved my hands and fingers around, and I think I fixed it. Like I was saying, I lost my darn kazoo. It was a real nice one. It came in a box. All right, friends. Hi. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Okay. You have to project a little bit to give your voice to the video thing. Hi, I'm Brian Treybig. Welcome to the Brian Treybig Show, broadcasting live from the boat in between Houston and Galveston. I hope everybody survived the hurricane, Harvey the hurricane. With me today is the lovely Angela Reeder and the wonderful Kristina. Oh yeah, Kristina Smiley, soon to be Treybig. Shh! I didn't say anything. I didn't say that. I haven't even asked her to marry me yet. I'm just assuming. No, okay. Today we're going to talk about the hurricane, of course, and how we weathered that, and the production of Calendar Girls at Clear Creek Community Theater coming up pretty soon, and had to adjust a little bit because of the timing of the hurricane and things like that, but we'll explain all that and make it happen. All right, you guys, you're not too far from us. You're over at South Shore or something like that. How did you fare in the weather, this hurricane?
We were incredibly lucky.
Yeah.
We had some water issues coming through a couple of ceilings. We had the force of the water from the wind blowing it kind of under the doors into the first floor bedroom.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, embarrassingly little damage compared to what other people went through. We were extremely fortunate.
Yeah, yeah. Did the neighborhood get flooded at all? Were you able to leave?
We could have left if we'd wanted to.
Yeah.
The streets got 6 or 8 inches of water. But we're still passable. Getting onto South Shore Boulevard was a bit more of an issue because that floods even when there's just a bit of a heavy rain.
Oh.
So we didn't even try that. But all in all, we were okay. We were good.
Wow. Did you lose any power or internet or anything like that?
We lost power for a couple of nanoseconds.
Oh no!
Again, extremely fortunate compared to where I work at the assisted living, Regal Estates, where the power went out for a couple of hours. I was down there at the time and looking after the residents, making sure that they were okay and keeping their spirits up. But over at the house, no, it just flickered, went off for a few seconds, came back on again.
Wow. Well, I know there was some kind of problems cleaning up apparently. Your man, Mark, he broke some fingers.
Yeah, he's a little bit embarrassed about that because he's
a doof. Oh, hey. Off camera, Mark's in the background.
He's clearing a bit of debris and slipped on a bit of wet stuff on the floor there and went down and broke the old finger, but could have been worse, and it caused a lot of merriment with the children, so they affectionately referred to him as General Tosspot at the best of times. So I think he's now being promoted to whatever is above General. Admiral. Yeah.
Wow. Now of course you have a bit of an accent. Is that Jersey?
Yeah, no, it's Kentucky. Little bit further east.
Where are you guys from?
Yeah, we're from Yorkshire in England, which is the middle of the country, about maybe 160 miles north of London. No, we're not Australian. No, we're not South African. And no, London isn't a country that everybody with this accent is from. Oh. We're from Yorkshire, so
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. What brought you here to the great U.S.?
My husband's job. He works for a logistics company that have offices all over the world, and he'd been over to the Houston office a couple of times on business, and kind of jokingly had said, if ever a position comes up over here, just give me a call. I might be interested in coming over. And it did, and we did. So we've been here for 9 years. In fact, fun fact, we arrived a month after Hurricane Ike. A month before Hurricane Ike.
Oh, wow, welcoming committee.
Yay!
Wow.
So that was good. We've just got our house. We've just got our 3 kittens from the shelter, and
Oh my goodness.
along came the hurricane. So that was an eye opener.
Oh gosh.
was
So
interesting.
basically, Harvey was telling you happy anniversary.
Absolutely. Happy 9 years.
Oh, Texas just gives and gives. It's a great state, great state. Now, the amount of rainfall that happened during Harvey is a record, pretty much. I mean, next to Hawaii's record, we're maybe a half an inch or so from Hawaii's situation that they went through at a certain time. I think it was 52 inches we got here.
It's crazy.
52 inches.
A year's rainfall in 3 days, I
Yeah.
think. they said.
That's
Yep.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Trillions. Trillions
Trillions
of
of gallons over Houston, Rockport, Corpus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we stayed on the boat for the most part. There was one night that the boat was rocking so much like this, it was nauseating enough to say, all right, fine. So we went to her mother's.
Surrender.
Went to her mother's for the night. Okay, just for the night. And we wanted to, well, I mainly wanted to come back to the boat and just keep it up.
He
you
says
know.
he wanted, but he lets me suggest it because he doesn't want to feel like I'm pressured. We came over and the water was a little high, but it was calm like this, and I was like, let's come home.
Yeah. And so we came home, and the waters, you know, there was some debris over in the corner, and I had Kristina help me move some of the big stuff, and it didn't matter because the water came back even higher and just blew it everywhere. But it came up quite a bit. We lost the internet and satellite and electricity, but it was half power. It was very odd. We were getting 60 volts, just enough to power our devices and things like that. No refrigerators, air conditioners, but our stovetop would work. You know,
One burner at a time.
One burner at a time, and it took forever
Forever.
to heat up the soup. But we survived. We had plenty of water and food. You guys had plenty of stuff, and you could have gotten out.
Yeah.
But gosh, there was so many people that went through this. And of course, Mattress Mac opened his doors pretty darn quick, as he does during every hurricane situation. I remember as a kid, I met him at a little convention, and you know, in his commercials, he takes out that lot of money and goes, "Gallery furniture really will save you money, right?"
Yeah.
Well, I was behind him, and he had this money sticking out like that out of his back pocket because I knew he was going to do it, and I was like, "Oh, he's doing that because of that. I'm aware," you know. But he was a great guy then and a great guy now, and apparently Joel Osteen was getting some crap for not opening his church.
As quickly as people thought he should have.
Yes, absolutely. A big to do, Mr. Joel. But he did give us thoughts and prayers, so we got that. We got that from him. But anyway, we're all here. We survived. The boats are still here. We lost one boat across the way, but we're here. And let's not talk about what may be brewing in the Atlantic called Irma. Irma's just way far away and it'll miss us,
More
right?
than likely not even aimed our direction.
Yeah, it's time.
Hopefully anybody's. It's going
Right.
to stay out to sea, right?
Here's hoping.
Now,
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
let's talk about Calendar Girls.
Let's talk about Calendar
Woo!
Girls.
Okay, now tell us about this play because it's a little controversial or something like that, or what?
Nah.
Nah. Tell us about the play.
Sure. Calendar Girls is a play based on the motion picture that starred Helen Mirren, written by Tim Firth, based on the real life exploits of a group of women in Yorkshire, where I'm from.
Wow.
And I know. And there's a thing called the Women's Institute in England, and I think it was formed like before the war or something, where women got together and did good deeds for others, charity work, bake cakes, make jam, and knit for blankets to send to Africa and that sort of thing. So
All
the
right.
Women's Institute is a thing. And what happened? I think it's the 70s or 80s. One of the husbands of one of the women in the institute died of cancer, and the women who'd gone to visit would complain how uncomfortable the settee was in the waiting room. That's a sofa to American people.
Absolutely.
That how uncomfortable the sofa was in the waiting room, and that they were going to raise some money to buy a new sofa for the waiting room in the cancer hospital. And they looked at their figures for calendar sales for the previous years, you know, shots of local churches or bridges or whatever, and the sums were pretty paltry, so they figured they needed to make some money fast, and a lot of it. So one of them, Chris, which is my character, proposed that they make an alternative calendar where the women would be nude, but with everyday objects strategically placed for decency's sake, that they would sell, and the profits would go to the charity to buy this new settee. So after much cajoling of other members and a lot of merriment and probably a little bit of wine, they made this calendar, and the photographer was the porter from the hospital who had looked after John before he died.
Oh wow, okay.
So without no spoiler alerts, because it's a very well-known story, the calendar is a huge success, even makes it kind of around the world, and instead of just making a few £100, ends up making hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Wow.
So it's a story of friendship, of truly inspirational, thinking outside the box actions to achieve a common goal. It's poignant because it's very sad. I don't think many of us have not been touched by cancer in some way, whether it be our own family members or friends or someone we know. So I think you can really identify with the spirit of the women wanting to do this, and it's a truly uplifting story. It's a comedy, essentially it is a comedy, but with poignant, funny moments as well, and of course the whole scene with the photo shoot is a challenge, because just one false slip and there's going to be a wardrobe malfunction, and you know, America, we don't want to shock anybody or turn any heads or any stomachs for that matter.
Oh
so
my gosh.
We're all women of a certain age, so we're not proposing that we're glamour girls by any stretch of the imagination, but that was the whole point of the calendar, that these are just ordinary middle-aged women trying to do something extraordinary for a good cause.
That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. And speaking of outside the box, the whole concept is coming into play with the theater putting this play on and having their own kind of struggles, making it financially and things like that, by creating your own calendar for sale for the patrons who watch the show.
That's right, Brian. One of the cast members actually came up with the idea.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Said, you know, why don't we do our own calendar? We're taking these photographs for publicity and so on. I know a photographer and I know a printer, and it kind of snowballed from there. So we all congregated at this lady's house one day. We again had a few little glasses of wine.
Were you there, Mark?
I was not.
He was supporting from afar.
I was banned.
No, it was very interesting, because a lot of these cast members had never met before. You know, we're all we'd got cast, but some people knew each other, some people didn't. But it was a great opportunity to, you know, just get your clothes off and get to know each other real well.
Real quick.
Yes. So by the end of the shoot, it's about 3 or 4 hours in total. By the end of the shoot, we were extremely fond of each other. We'd seen each other in a whole new, different light. So yeah, we're producing our own calendar. It will be on sale at the show and throughout the season. And we contacted the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, asked them for their blessing, if you like, to have them as a partner, and for half of the proceeds to go to their society to fund research into this really rotten disease. So
yeah,
please come along and see the show and get a calendar.
Absolutely. Yes. And it's at the Clear Creek Community Theater off Vanessa Road 1, and because of Hurricane Harvey, they've had to adjust the timing of the play. Now, when does it start now?
Yeah, we were due to open next week. Sadly, I think 5 members of our cast and crew have had terrible losses in the storm, and they just needed a bit of time to regroup from that and deal with their cutting out of drywalls and throwing out the carpets and all of that good stuff. They were just not in any state physically or mentally to be putting on a show in 7 days. So we've delayed the opening, but only by 1 week. So we open on the 15th of September and we run through the 24th. We're doing 8 shows. It's Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. and then Saturdays and Sundays at 2:30 p.m. So you can get your tickets online through our website, which is clearcreekcommunitytheatre.com, and theatre is spelled T-R-E, the English way.
That's right.
The right way. .com. Or you can call and make a reservation at 281-335-5228. And just leave your name, your number, and the number in your party, and someone will get back to you and confirm your reservation. Or just turn up. We do expect pretty full houses, so if you're going to turn up without a reservation or a ticket, make sure you get there a good half hour before curtain. Make sure you get in. We've had a lot of buzz around the show. I don't quite know the reason for that.
Oh, I don't know.
Imagine.
I wonder.
But yeah, we're expecting good houses, and we've got a lot of support through the Houston Chronicle. They're doing a feature on us. We've got some very nice photographs going to be going out online and through the Chronicle in the next few days. So, sorry, I'm just going on and on and on. I'm so excited about Calendar Girls.
That's very wonderful. That's very wonderful, and as you should. I mean, after you do all the work you have to do on the house or anything that you have to do, go out and relax and go see a show at the Clear Creek Community Theater. It's going to be a great show. I plan to be there. Kristina's going to be there to give our support. Now, is there real nudity in this play, or I mean, what are we going to see here?
Okay, let's say this. Perverts need not come.
Right.
But I was coming.
To come then.
Sorry, Brian.
Mark and I are not going to be there, apparently.
You're going to be sorely disappointed. This is a show that it is safe to bring your children, it's safe to bring your grannies. Yes, there will be partial nudity on the stage, however, we will be strategically covered, kind of like this. So the nudity is suggested rather than actual. As I say, we don't want to be doing anything that's going to cause anybody any discomfort on or off the stage. We will be covered up in the places that matter.
I must say though, you're quite brave, because I love theater. I love being on stage. I'm not taking my top off. I don't care how strategic it is. There's an amplitude here that I'm not sure they can get, and I don't want to scare the audience. You guys are so, I think it's so wonderful that you've got
Thank you.
such a beautiful self-image that you're willing to do that, and you're able to do that, and then it brings so much joy to the people who get to come see it and laugh with you and cry with you because of the parts of the storyline that are so touching. And
Thank you.
I admire you, Angela.
Oh, thank you, Kristina. You know, the age range of this cast is between 33 and 68.
All right, nice.
Wow.
That is some, middle-aged ladies.
Yeah.
And I think really we just took our inspiration from the real Calendar Girls. They were just ordinary women who decided to just do the extraordinary, and we thought, well, why not? So looking forward to it. It's been a great show to rehearse. We've had a lot of laughs. There are some things that are peculiarly English that we've had to slightly change for American audiences to appreciate and get the full kind of belly laugh
That it
options.
deserves.
But
Yes.
yeah, exactly. But it's a very, very funny show, and you'll come out of it really uplifted.
Good. I'm
No
excited.
pun intended.
Friends, you'll find the link at the bottom of this video and also on our YouTube page, The Brian Treybig Show. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about the show before we get out of here?
No, just that it's the start of our 53rd season.
Oh man, 53 years.
Yeah, 53 years entertaining audiences in the Clear Lake area. We've won multiple awards for being best of the Bay and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
So we're really proud. as ever with any community theatre, it is a ginormous team effort to keep the place afloat. Again, no pun intended. The rent, the electricity, everything is so costly. Getting rights to shows are so costly. We rely entirely on our patrons buying tickets to come see the shows. We rely on donations. So, we just urge you to spread the word about our theatre. Get your friends to come. It's BYOB. You can bring a friend and bring a bottle, bring a beer, and you can take it into the auditorium and enjoy it in comfort with your friends. The tickets are only $15. They're $13 if you're a senior, a student, if you're in the military, or if you're a first responder. And season passes are on sale because it's the start of the season. They're only $80 for the whole season and $70 for seniors. And that gives you 7 tickets to the shows. You can use them all in one go on one show or spread them out throughout the season. So it's real flexible. And those tickets those season passes are on sale through our website, through Ticketlead, or at the theatre when you come to see Calendar Girls. So we just urge you to support us. It's amazing that a theatre that's been there so long, Brian, is still not known to so many people because it's tucked out of the way. It's off of NASA Road. It's opposite the post office and Gloria Day Church. But a lot of people just aren't aware of it, and we're just always trying to spread the word and get it out there that there's a fantastic little theatre there that puts on amazingly good quality performances.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to miss it. It's fun.
Yeah, you don't have to drive so far to Houston or anything like that and go see these so-called shows that they have that are $80 a piece. I mean, come on. Well, I don't know. Okay.
Well, and
but,
more.
Wicked
and more.
Yeah.
These, like she said, these are quality shows with very talented people, and very good and nice people. I mean, as soon as I was nervous to get started back on stage with a new theater, and I was just welcomed. And
thank God you did, because then you met the beautiful Kristina, love of your life.
There you go. So you can find wives if you go to the theater. Friends, thank you so much for being here. You all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Next week we have Terry Conrad all the way from Galveston, owner of the Island Brain Works, about brain stimulation and organization. It's very interesting. Check that out. But thank you so much, Angela.
Thank you for inviting me on. It's a real pleasure.
Woo! It's gonna be fun. And all right, and you too, man. You too, Mark. Bye, everybody.